Okay, it's being recorded. So thank you, Jeannick. Really happy to have you on this special interview with you. And I would really appreciate if you can share a little bit your journey of being a new entrepreneur. So we'll start straight away.
Thanks for having me.
Really, really happy to have you, Jeannick. We've been friends for a long time at school and we haven't seen each other for years, but today it's a great opportunity. So tell tell me a little bit about your story, how you moved to Sri Lanka, Jeannick.
So I moved to Sri Lanka because actually I met my husband in Mauritius.
Wow.
So that's where it started. And
Okay,
then after that, I have to come here because this is where he lives. So this is where it got me really here.
and how long have you been in Sri Lanka now?
2003.
Oh,
So that's like roughly 19 years, no?
wow, that's a long time. That's a long time. And how has life been like moving from Mauritius to Sri Lanka? How has the adjustment been, the adaptation for you?
Not easy because, of course, the lifestyle is the same,
Right.
but the thing is, the language, okay, as long as we speak English is fine. When I go outside, like to speak with others, mostly the older people, like when you go to the shops and
Right.
everywhere on the road, it will be practically in Sinhala. So
Right.
sometimes it's difficult for me. So now it's I can manage the language, but still it's not that perfect. But
Oh,
I just got used to it.
that's
And then
amazing. That's amazing. So do you speak Sinhalese now? A little bit.
but it's not a perfect one. But
Yeah.
I can understand, and I can manage to like sort out some something like.
Right. So would you say this has been the greatest challenge in moving to Sri Lanka for you?
Of course, because it's completely different with what we have back home, the language, the food, and everything.
Right.
Yeah, and the people also, but the people are like Mauritius, more like Mauritius. They are all the same, but
Yes.
the only thing is the language and
Right.
the food, and of course, you like I moved here. I didn't go to work. I stayed at home
Mhm.
until I get to know people a little bit, little by little. I make some friends when the
Okay.
children, yeah, when the children came up. Then after that, I got new friends, stuff like this.
That's great. That's great. So tell us a little bit, what has inspired you to start your business?
In fact, last year I didn't really I didn't have this on my mind to really start. So well, I started it. This was not really what I had on my mind. I was not into really antique business,
Right.
so I never thought of doing something like this online. So
Mm.
during the first lockdown last year,
Yes.
so I we were all at home. The school, the children were at home doing their lesson online. My husband working from home. So I also wanted to do something on my own
That's
during that
great.
time. So other than doing housework, so I decided to go through an inventory of my husband's antique collection. So
Right.
later on, after like comparing his collection, I realized he has like multiple of the same similar items, but really got me into this idea of coming up of business model of like having a antique shop online. Since I think in Sri Lanka the clientele here, there's
Yes.
a good clientele for this. So this
Right.
is where I got like that idea, like starting something new like that.
Okay. That's great. That's amazing, Janik. So tell us a little bit, who has been the most influential person in your life and why?
Actually, I come from a family where my father himself has a great interest in about antique furniture. But at that time, I was too young to really appreciate the value
Right.
and the importance of antiques.
Mhm,
So later on, when I came to Sri Lanka, after seeing the difference of the selection of antiques, so I was really amazed to
mhm,
see what that collection, the antiques here in Sri Lanka. It's almost or less the same as home, but there the collection here is there's a big variety.
mhm.
So I was really amazed to see that. So of course, my husband also is an antique collector.
Right.
So he also collects for antique furniture, collectibles, and everything. So with that, I was like got interested into that. So he always says like every collection or every piece of his collection has its own history behind.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
then he will tell about it, whether it comes from the like grand townhouse or upcountry, or even from the field, from the factory, like the piece what he has collected is unique. So I started to like take a liking to that.
That's amazing. So it comes a little bit from your father who has been doing that. And how long has he been collecting these antiques himself?
From the day I'm at home, he has been having always something
Right.
that he has collected, but he doesn't have the collection what we have here in Sri Lanka. That in
Yes.
Sri Lanka, I believe you won't get this kind of antiques anywhere in the world, only here.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yes. So tell us a little bit more about being a businesswoman, being a mom, being a wife. What are the challenges that you face, Jeannick, with integrating your work and your family responsibilities now as a businesswoman?
Yeah. So yeah, so being like at home, actually now with all the like what's happening now, lockdown and everybody at home, so
Yes.
it's not very easy to balance work and family responsibility, mainly in that COVID situation.
Yes. Yeah.
So because everybody is at home, so it's tough because it takes a lot of time to do online work. So
Yes.
to plan, so I have to plan my daily tasks with an early start before everyone is up. So sometime
Right.
even after planning, there will be unexpected things that will pop out, and I need to handle this. So some days I cannot finish it also, so I have to stay a little bit up late to respond at my mails and to update my social media pages, and also to plan what I'm going to do the next day.
Mm,
So
that's very interesting. That's very interesting because it's like a complete life change for you, having now to integrate work with everything else, with family, children. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Johnny. So, can you tell us what would you say to encourage young people who want to start their business today, or anyone who wants to start a business? What would you say to them?
I think first of all you have to set your goals for your dream, like what really interests you, and
Hmm.
look for something that you really feel comfortable with, and
Yes.
what will make it easier. So for example, if you like me like this, I've chosen my husband's hobby. Maybe somebody has a hobby, but they can, so when they choose something like that where they know what it is, what they can do about it, so it will make it easier to do. So secondly also, I think for my opinion, it's easy to venture in something where there's a market.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
for example, to choose something like that and try it out of this, to do something unique and to
Yes.
make a difference, so what it will attract people.
Yes. Yeah. And can you tell us a bit about what your business is about and how we can reach out to you, Jeannick?
My business is about selling antique furniture and collectibles
Okay.
of a bygone era of the
Okay.
Portuguese and the Dutch and the British
Right.
colony who has
Okay.
been here. So the name of my business is Barnhouse Antiques.
Okay.
So you can contact me through social media.
Yes.
So please follow us on Facebook, Instagram. So at the
Right.
moment, I'm doing all my sales online. I'm
Okay.
hoping to open my antique shop in the future.
That's amazing. So you will have both an online business and a shop as well later. That's great. And so when you say about antiques, is it fun? Are these antiques and furniture, are they made in Sri Lanka, or do you have to get them from somewhere else?
Originated from here. So when the
Okay.
Dutch and the Portuguese and the Dutch and the British came here. So
Yes.
when they were here, they have been getting people, the local people, to make furniture for them.
Right.
So after they left, of course, they have taken some of the furniture, because some of this furniture, mainly those antique cupboards,
Yes.
are found in abroad in European countries.
Yes.
So, but we still have a lot here. So some they have remained here. So these cupboards are really like unique pieces. Like you won't get other than here, and unless somebody has taken it from here and taken abroad, you won't get these. Yeah, it's made out of ebony and variable wood, but
Yes.
is, yeah. So
And what about
actually,
these? What about these big jars that you have behind you? They are very pretty.
those are Dutch pots. So some are called Dutch
Dutch
pots, some are
pots.
called Ceylonese pots.
Okay.
So these pots are made of copper and brass.
Right.
So these also very old. Those are like 200 years old
Okay.
pots. Even the cupboards also are at that time, like
Right. And what were the Dutch or the Portuguese? What were they doing with these pots, with these antiques? Were they just
I
decoration
think
for them?
they must have been doing maybe cooking, maybe
Okay.
yeah, some stuff like this. So these pots like you found here. I don't know where maybe you get other places, but most of these pots were made here. All the pots were made here, like
Right.
in, yeah.
And are there still people making these pots in Sri Lanka? No.
No, they will make, but it's not these pots. It's just the normal, maybe biryani pots, but
Yes.
those steel one, but not copper, and maybe somewhere else, maybe in India, but not here. I don't think they are making these.
Right.
These are very old pots.
Right. Are there still a lot of these pots in Sri Lanka? Okay.
You get pots. So my husband has his collection that we won't sell, but we also have our collection that we have to sell online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's amazing, Jeannick, that you have started just with your own job, with your own online business at this time. I think it's very brave of you, but it's very inspiring for other women and other young people who want to start their business, because it's showing that it doesn't matter what is going on outside, but you can still be creative, and you can, if you follow your passion, there's still a way out. There's still a way to start your own business. I think that's a great story, Jeannick. So thank you so much for taking the time to share with us your story and what you are doing. And we'll catch up with you soon. Thank you.